I'm having a moment where I cannot, for the life of me, draw anything that I like. Okay, the skill in Vision Helix has reversed again. Okay, so I can see what I can do, and I hate everything that I make, so I'm gonna draw some goddamn Pokemon. What's up, folks? I'm Odd, by the way. And yeah, today we're going to be drawing some Pokemon because I feel like fan art might make me feel a little bit better. This is the third installment in this little series, I believe, where I'm going to be picking from my bag of tricks here, which is full of tiny bootleg Pokemon. And we are going to be picking 3 of them, drawing them with, like, real animal variations, possibly based off of their designs or inspired by their designs. That's the general idea. But yeah, I haven't been feeling art. I've been getting better about it, actually, lately. I've been playing around more with style, but I just feel like I'm talking about it, and I just feel like doing something like this would be a bit more of a fun exercise to kind of get me out of that headspace, get me out of that kind of art blocky mood. Anything else that I had to say? Not necessarily. Although I did get a scar on the top of my head. If you see it, I bonked my head with a pan. Not the working end, but the handle. It fell onto my head because we have pans that sit on top of a cabinet, and it just fell off and donked me in the head. So that was fun. If I'm a little off, I might have minor brain damage. I'm unsure. I don't. Yes. So I'm just going to grab from this random bag, the drawstring bag of Pokemons, technically legally distinct from Pokemon, and let's see what we get, because I don't know. And I've been pulling out the ones that I've been using. So who's this? Pikachu! Pikachu with a dark side! Yes! It's the dark emo Pikachu! Enhance! Yes! Yes, I'm super excited to do this guy. I forget what I wanted to do. Did I want to do like melanistic? I think I did. Like a black Pikachu. I think that should be fun. Contestant number 2. It's a naked Electkid. Enhance. Oh my god, he's so naked. He looks almost like my skin tone. You, sir, are flesh. He's like a peach tone. It's uncomfortable. Okay. I'm gonna set you there. I'll figure out something to do with you, I guess. Maybe you can be hairless, too. Alright. And the final Pokemon... There's a bag in this bag. No, it's a... That's right, it's a bandana. Oh, this, the Surskit in desperate need of sleep. This poor child. Enhance. Yes. But, okay, interesting. I don't think that this is even shiny color. I think that this is just... Somebody had no idea what a Surskit looked like, and I don't blame them, because I don't off the top of my head either. This could be what it looks like. It's definitely not. But this could be what it looks like, and I would have no clue. So, I guess that those are going to be our Pokemon. So let's move over to Speed Paint voiceover, and I'll catch y'all there. What am I going to do with you 3? For the Pikachu, I mentioned that I had been thinking it would be fun to make it melanistic, so basically meaning all black. When animals have this trait, they do actually keep their markings. They're just not as prominent in most light because the rest of the animal is also black. I tried to emulate this by making the tips of the ears and stripes on the back a bit more of a pure black, while making the base color a little lighter. Black animals are a challenge to draw like this because they're kind of more defined by lighting than shadows. They have this iridescent vibe that's hard to get right. I did try my best here, and it definitely made this drawing the longest of the 3. I also decided to keep the cheeks red, and I made the tail all of that darker black color to better match the figurine. I also made her a girl, just for the heck of it. I decided Jet could be a cute name, like the Crystal, or like Jet Black, which probably also refers to the Crystal, actually. She's got some cool blue lightning going on, too. Definitely kind of suits the joke I made when I first saw this figurine about it being a little edgy. I like her, though. I think she looks cool. Next up, we have the Surskit, and this is one of those Pokemon names that you could not have gotten me to spell right under, like, any circumstance. Do you have a Pokemon like that? Or one that you don't know the name of? Like, for instance, when I was playing Gen 5 the other day, I realized that I had no clue the second step of the Emboar line was called Pig Knight. Like, before learning that, you could have put a gun to my head and I couldn't have told you, like, what the name of that second step was. So yeah, do you have anything like that you can't spell or you just can't remember? I'm big on it with the Gen 5 Pokemon. I think Beyond too, but generally speaking, the Gen 5 especially. I actually wound up taking a break to go figure out which direction I wanted to go with this. Surskit is such a simplistic Pokemon, and it's like a water strider bug, so finding out what traits to give it kind of left me struggling. Ultimately, I decided that it looked like some sort of blueberry too, and apparently blueberries can have pink varieties. That made me think of that one up in the Indigo League anime series where there's a whole island of pink Pokemon, like they eat these certain berries and they turn pink. So that also suited it. I also played around with the pose a little bit. The poor little figurine just looks so tired. So I thought that would be a funny thing to keep. I also named him Sleepy for this reason too. Poor little guy's just always in some sort of state. I kind of tried to curl the legs in, and I kept the white eyes from the figurine, which kind of look like they just imply that disorientation of being sleepy. Because Jet got so much rendering, I tried to give Sleepy here a little bit of shading and sheen too. Get this boy a bed, or at least a cup of coffee, for the love of Arceus. Finally, we have the Electkid, and if I make this whole series for all 73, I might need to start repeating traits at some point, but I figured that I would at least try to keep up the variety instead of going for a hairless vibe like I did for the Cyndaquil I did from the very first episode, despite getting that impression from the figurine initially. Instead, I essentially did the opposite and made a long hair Electkid. They sort of look like rabbits, so it's kind of funny to imagine some sort of like Angora electric type. Maybe their hair is good for insulation? I don't know. I think it just looks cute, too. I made the colors a little less saturated, so I suppose this could also be a shiny because they kind of have that vibe. But I really just wanted to keep some of the weird peach tone that was in the original figurine. I remembered partway through that Electabuzz and Electivire are like this kind of naturally fluffy. So I guess if this variant ever evolves, she's going to be like a woolly mammoth. I also named her Bumblebee because that just felt like it was the most natural route with all that fuzzy black and yellow. But these are my 3 Pokemon for this challenge this week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Obviously, it's nice to do like variants on familiar designs to kind of try and get out of that art block headspace. I guess both giving myself a challenge and also giving my brain a break. It's like Pokemon are very well designed. So kind of adding on to those designs is a good way to get your brain pumping without having to create an entire new design, I guess. But at that, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a like if you liked it. You can always subscribe to see more fun art challenges and videos like this that I do in the future. Let me know what else you'd like to see in the comments below. I'm always looking for art suggestions, especially when I'm a little blocked like this. But at that, I'm going to leave this here with these 3 new Pokemon, and I will see y'all next time.